Are you living the Delaware Beach lifestyle? You can't live at the beach and do nothing. This up-and-coming year-round area has lots to offer. Find out where to eat, play, and serve. Living the ultimate dream.
Welcome to the 302 Lifestyle Beach Podcast. Your host, Dylan, sponsored by that guy with the broom. Guys, so today I want to talk about, man, it's bright out here. So there's nothing more than thinking of the 302 lifestyle than thinking of sitting outside, sipping a coffee, tank top, sun's bright, about to go to the beach, right? Some of you guys hate me right now because I think this is going to be released in when it's cold in Delaware. Well, that's why I want to jump on here because so there's two different mindsets that I've learned you can adopt. There's the prosecutor, which is usually looking at things in a negative aspect, you know, trying to convince you of something. And if we only think of the prosecutor's point of view, then we never hear the defense. We never hear the other side of the story. So if I'm going about my day, hey, man, I just can't do this. I can't get that promotion. Oh, retirement sucks. Oh, my family's hard. And like I said, I'm not preaching to anybody because this is something that I struggle with myself, which is why I'm talking about it. This is something I've just been trying to adopt this mentality of. So in my head, so I'm my own prosecutor, right? And a lot of times I don't let anybody in on the prosecution or the defense side. So if I'm doing the prosecution side, what's happening is, okay, here's how this looks, right? So let's just say I want to take a week vacation, but, you know, so immediately my head goes to, oh, there's COVID. I can't do it. It might be expensive. I can't leave my family. I can't leave my job. I can't leave my business. And so I have all these things that runs through my head of things that I can't do or why I can't do it. Let's think of another one here. Golfing. So I took up golfing last year, and for many years I drive past the golf course, right? We literally live on a golf course. Like I live back in the greens, awesome area, Cripple Creek Golf Course, amazing place, beautiful, gorgeous, love it. Well, I love looking at it, but every time I drive past anybody golfing or see anybody on Facebook golfing, I'm like, man, that is so stupid. How can they do that? It's hot outside. I just don't have the patience. I don't have this. I don't have that. As I'm sitting in my house, wishing I was doing more activities or more hobbies in my life, and golf, literally, you can get a used golf club set on Facebook Marketplace for like, I don't know. You can probably get a decent one for under $100. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. You know, I suck at it. I don't want to look bad. You know, it's intimidating because you walk up to some of these nice golf club lobbies or areas or places or the people that are all decked out in golf gear. And you think, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. It's the same with any sport, you know, or any hobby, really. Somebody that you look at somebody that's up on the roof, right? And you want to be like them or look like them, but you don't look at the ladder, you know, the small steps it took for them to get there. So anyways, that's the prosecution side. It's looking at, well, yeah, you can't do it. They're all the way up there. It took so long. You don't have time. And you can just run through all these bullet points of reasons why you can't do something. So what practice that I've been doing just recently, I was in a Mastermind class, and they talked about the prosecution and the defense side. So everybody wants to listen to the prosecution side, but nobody wants to listen to the defense side. So the defense side would look like this. Yeah, but you can get a cheap golf club set. You can even borrow a set. You can rent a set. You don't even need to buy a set. You can just start out small. You can hire a trainer. You can, there's even friends or family on Facebook that probably train me for free. So you see what I'm saying? So there's always one side of the story and there's another side. So you have truth, right, in the middle, but the truth can be looked at a different way. Just because you have a law, right, in the Constitution or anything, as you see, you can have the courthouse have one side or the other side looking at the same law, the same truth in a different perspective. So now you can see that it's not always about what's truth. Or we have a friend here that she nicknamed herself Reality Rhonda. And so Reality Rhonda likes to say, yeah, but you don't understand this side, or you don't think this is going to work, or this is going to work. But there's another way of looking at things. So if you decide to stop looking at the prosecution side, you can look at the defense side. So let's run through a few little scenarios here of how you can practically use this in your life. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my coffee here. I'm getting worked up over this. I just love mindset and looking at things differently. Lots of different options here. I would love to hear down below, guys, what are some things that you struggle with in your life, or what does the prosecution say about you? So a great example would be, I'm going to start something new. Like you can use golf, but if people don't resonate with that, it could be, fishing, riding a bike, doing any activity like this. And so maybe let's say 10 years ago, I had a long list of reasons why I couldn't do certain things or couldn't go places. One of those was I never went to school. I never did this. I never did that. I don't understand things. I never took a business course. I wasn't very good at sports in school. I didn't do, and all these things are valid points. These are things that you can latch onto and say, this is true. This is an accurate statement. So if I only listen to that, and something I learned was, if you're trying to solve a problem or you have an issue with something, and instead of just adopting your way of thinking, how are you going to solve a problem with thinking about the problem with the same thinking that got you in the problem? So I would have to speak to somebody, talk to a friend, talk to somebody that has already been through something that I'm trying to accomplish. And then you get a different perspective on things. So what I've done is, okay, there's something I want to do. Let me talk to somebody that's done it. I can do that through Facebook, social media, reaching out to family, friends, wife, anybody. And once you have, and you just kind of speak what you're trying to do. Hey, I'm trying to do this. What do you think? And if somebody else is latching onto the same prosecution, negative Nancy, Reality Rhonda perception, then you're probably surrounding yourself with the wrong people. So I really love the fact that, we create our own lives, so we can choose who we let into our life. And there's certain people in my life that I only let into my life in small doses. So small doses allows me to stay clear on my positive thinking, which isn't always accurate, and surround myself with like-minded people that want to go in the same direction I'm going. And this may change. So over the past 5 to 10 years, every 5 to 10 years, I have a different path I'm trying to go on. So right now I have a specific path that with very specific goals set up with a very specific time frame. But all of my goals in the 5 to 10 year mark, those are way different than where I'm at right now. And what I've done is I start looking and dabbling around and, talking to God, spend some quiet time, and just allow God to bring people into my life. And I will look a little bit, and by doing that, these people come into my life and they've usually already gone through or been through what I'm trying to do. And I can talk to them for advice and a perspective. So I'm not going to ask somebody, sometimes I will, but I won't say like, tell me exactly what you did to get there. And that's a great starting point, because now you have a blueprint on where you want to go. But hearing somebody else's defense on, oh, no, you're going to hear people tell you can't do this. One of my favorite ones was on the Seed Eatery. Shout out to Dimitri and his partners and team that accomplished the Seed Eatery. So they came here with nothing. I don't want to talk about anybody else when they're not here, but just based on the show, Mark, I'm not putting anything in your words, Dimitri, and this is many other entrepreneurs. They started with nothing. They had people tell them, you can't do that. You don't have enough money. If you shouldn't. One of the quotes was, he went to a class and somebody said, don't even start a restaurant unless you have $1 million in the bank. I know multiple people that started restaurants with nothing. So you can adopt that prosecution. It's a valid case. Look, man, I'm going to give you all these lists of reasons of why you shouldn't do it this way. That's great. But if you change your mindset, change your path to say, okay, let's take a look at the defense side. Let's take a look at a different perspective. Maybe I can. Maybe instead of saying, oh, how am I going to do that? I can't do that. You start saying, how am I going to do that? You see how I changed my tone? And now instead of looking, you can say hello 5 different ways and mean 5 different things. And it depends on what state you're in or what emotional state you're in. But if you choose to stay in an elevated state, now the sky's the limit. So if you live in the 302 area, I can say, oh man, this place is small, blah, blah, blah. There's, too many people moving here, da, da, da. You can just go on and have this giant list of things that, for the prosecution side, saying that I can or don't want to do this. And my challenge to you guys is something you can do today is start looking at the defense side, start looking at another side. If you can't do that specifically, ask somebody in your life that's positive influence on you to help you look at a different perspective on life. And if you can't do that, if nobody in your life is willing to help you, go turn to Facebook, turn to social media, and just post on there, hey, who has done this? I'm looking for someone's feedback on this. And if that doesn't work, you can hire people to help you develop that mindset or that defense perspective. So anyways, guys, I hope this helped you. If you like stuff like this, let me know. I'm super passionate about this and love these topics. Over the years, I have just changed so much. But for you guys, I would love to introduce to you a new way of looking at things in the 302 area, where instead of looking at all the negative stuff, oh, there's too much traffic, or blah, 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 start looking at a different perspective on things, and it's going to transform your life. Listen to all these people we've had on the show, and you'll hear a common theme, and I think that's why I'm doing this, is that they heard the world saying one thing, or this voice in their head telling them one thing, and they chose to look at a different perspective. Have you heard of float therapy? Holy cow, this is like the biggest secret in America. I think the world. Famous people, athletes, all these people are doing float therapy. And it's called Urban Float in Rehoboth. You can go to urbanfloat.com, click on Rehoboth, and check out these guys. You're basically sitting on 1,200 pounds of Epsom salt. Everything just feels so amazing. And you're on this weightless, de-stressing pod for an hour. I love it. You get a discount your first time. You can also let them know that you're from 302 Lifestyle. Check them out, guys. Sponsored by Urban Float. Keep living the 302 lifestyle. If you're looking to have a different lifestyle and enjoy your time back, you can check out a cleaning service, That Guy with a Broom. You can go to 302lifestylebeachpodcast.com/302lifestyle and get a discount on a cleaning service to try it out. Don't take it from me. Check out the reviews. Check it out. Let me know what you think. All right, guys. Take care.
Wish you could spend more time having fun and less time with chores? Go to 302beachtalk.com to get $20 off a home cleaning. You'll be entered to win a completely free cleaning. Eat, play, serve. Sponsored by That Guy with a Broom.